Good morning. Good morning. I'll give it a few minutes before I say, hey, what's up? What's going on? I hope this is going out live. I've been having problems. I don't know if this is even going out live. I don't see a recording thing. The numbers, how you see the numbers. I'm not sure if this is going out live. I'm not sure. I hope it is, because I've been trying to get my voice across, but someone's trying to stop my voice. They're trying to stop me from being heard, and they've been doing this for so long. I'm tired. I hope someone that could do something about this is watching or will see this, because if you're seeing this, I'm not even sure if you're seeing this. I don't even know. Because I don't see the live, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think this is live. They don't want me to be heard. I don't think this is live. I gotta find a way to be heard. You best believe I'm gonna find it. I'm sick of these people. And it came out, so it's known. You know what I mean? I know what's going on. And I have an idea on as far as a couple of the people who are involved. This is nothing. This is bull crap. This isn't going out live, I don't believe. Oh wait, no, it might be. I hope it is. I'm not sure, because I don't have anyway, let's just try it. Hello, good morning. How is everybody? How is everyone? Of course, as usual, I'm coming. I'm saying hi. Good morning to everyone. There's some things going on, y'all. It's crazy. And my name is me, your girl, Dee Dee. For those who don't, Lindia Lewis, or Lindia Calloway, that is me. All this other stuff and somebody being at the bank with a family member, and that's me. No, it's not. I don't have a clue as far as all this stuff going on. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, except for the fact that I know someone is stealing from me, and I do have the knowledge that, I do know that they're getting my mail. So a lot of things that are going on, I don't know, because I'm not getting information. I'm not getting contacted. If someone thinks they're contacting me, they're not. I'm not communicating with anyone, because someone is controlling my devices. Someone has hacked my devices, and things go out that are just garbage, but important things don't go out, and things that come in, I don't get. So I'm just letting that be known right now. So if this is live and someone is seeing this, I hope and pray that they are, because someone's trying to stop me from speaking. They're trying to stop me from being heard. Yesterday, there was quite a bit of information that came out And it was what I had thought that and suspected certain things, as it was, as far as a judge and what is it, the connection between a judge and one of my ex's person, the person that my ex is with, a connection between all these people, people in positions. I'm like, I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? I'm not crazy. I found out that someone is trying, family members are trying to get guardianship over me. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't need nobody, a family or not, to look over me. I'm perfectly. There's nothing wrong with me. I have all my faculties. There is nothing wrong with me. They're trying to say I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. I know what I see. I know what I know, and I know they have something that belongs to me. And there's people involved that I don't know. I don't know about all that stuff. I mean, that stuff is. I don't even get those things. To hear them, to understand, to know who is. I don't know. I do know there are a couple or a few readers, who when they read the cards, they're not reading the cards. At least not when they show them and I see the cards. That's not what those cards are. I do know for a long time, when it came to different things that was going on, they just kind of, if it had anything to do with me, or if the cards popped out and had anything to do with my energy, they won't say it. They'll just put another energy there and just keep on moving, because they're trying to make it like I don't exist, like I'm not here. But look, here I am. And I know there were people. It was supposedly they were trying to stop my breath. You know what I mean? I'm not bothering anybody, and I know, like, the situation, that the circumstance that I'm, as far as where I am, I'm not staying here. It's everybody is working together. You don't know who you can trust, because they're all working together. You don't know who you can trust. I don't know. I want to be heard, and the fact that this has gotten so far, this has gotten to the point where it is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. To me, it's crazy. I'm not doing anything to anyone. I'm not bothering anyone. Why people just out of the blue decided that I don't exist? I understand why they're doing that. I don't agree with it, but I know the reason why they're doing it, and I don't agree with the reason. But they're trying to act like I don't exist, but I do. I do exist. They don't want to talk to me. Don't talk to me. Most people I don't even know. So if they're giving information about me, they don't know me. I've never met those people. I'm not a po-po type of girl, but I don't have anything against, the law enforcement. They do their thing. When they have to do their thing, they do their thing. There are good and bad in everything. You can't have one without the other. If you have one, you best believe the other is on. Just look to the left or look to the right, and there's the other, because you have to have balance. And with just one, that's not balance. So there's good and there's bad in everybody and in everything that's on this planet. If they're as far as people laughing, I don't care. I don't know what they're laughing at. They don't know me. I don't know them. So I mean, it's good to laugh. Laughing is good. It's a healthy thing. But if you're laughing at my spirituality, I don't know why. You have your beliefs. And for me, my spirituality is not a belief. It's who I am. I've been this way as long as I can remember, all my life. As far as spirit, I've always had faith in anything and everything that I do. And what's wrong with having faith? And what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. If you do, then you do. I personally don't care if you see something wrong with it. And what I don't understand is why so many people are giving their opinions or what they think as far as me. You don't even know me. You don't know anything about me. You just don't. Evansville. I've seen that name before. Hello, I think I remember you. You don't know anything about me. I'm just really tired of this situation. It's crazy. I mean, what does that say about us as man? You can't trust you stand up there and you say I do, and then sometime later you can't even trust the person you said I do to. You can't trust your parent. You can't trust your sibling. People you grow up with. You can't trust anybody. I mean, what is going on with man? Where everything and anything they do is all about self. Self-preservation is an important thing, especially if you were here on the planet by yourself, but you're not. There are people everywhere. There are living things all over this planet. That saying that they say, don't do to others what you don't want done to you. Nobody abides by that. Not anymore. What happened to people with integrity? You know what I mean? Where are they at? All you get is people. Oh yeah, girl, it's me and you. We like this. We besties. Oh yeah, girl. And as soon as you go down the street to get some milk, forget it. All besties is somebody's right in the middle of what you're trying to build as far as a family. You can't close your eyes. There isn't anything you can't do without somebody else that knows you. Forget the people that don't know you. Someone that knows you creeping around behind your back. Me personally, I have much respect for somebody who kept and said, hey, yeah, bitch, I'm going to get your man. I'd high five her and say, go ahead, girl. Hey, if you can do it, I'd have respect for her. This is ridiculous. And people, because it takes two to do whatever it is you do. You got people teaming up and this was a team but these 3 or 4 in the team, they backsticking this one in the what is going on? We supposed to be raising the vibration of the planet. I don't know about y'all, but I don't see no raising going on. Raising hell, I see that. This is ridiculous. I'm just like, I put out quite a few videos addressing or talking about this situation, and most of my videos, even if I go live, no one sees them because someone makes sure that they don't see them. I don't know what they do with them. Like, I'm talking to you and I'm seeing live, I can see it, but there's no, you know how the timer runs. There's no timer. Now, this may be live because I can see a person. But most of the time, well, all of the time, as a matter of fact, except for this time, I can see a person. They don't want me to be heard. I don't know why. I do know this. I wasn't in no bank. I wasn't with no family member, no stranger. I wasn't in no bank. So they're still using my identity. You know what I mean? And they're fighting. From as what I can tell, they have to be fighting against each other. Because they're all trying to do the same thing, even though they're trying to convince everyone else that I'm crazy. I'm crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I'm spiritual, but I'm not crazy. I'm not whatever they claim that I am, or however they claim that I am, or whatever they say I've done. No, I didn't. I didn't do those things. And I'm not crazy. I want to be heard because this revolves so much around me. But most of what's going on, pretty much anything of what's going on, I don't know. Don't nobody come and tell me anything. I mean, I don't even know the people. I just know because of how I feel that they're doing things to me that are wrong. I mean, really wrong, that are bad, that are really bad. And I can feel that. I can sense that. I can feel that. I can see that. I'll have a dream. My dream will be saying, will be, but your body, and your sense of will give you heads up on things that are going on around you, especially if it involves you. And it's a mental emotional thing. It's going to tell you. You're going to, and everybody has that, whether if you pay attention to it or not. We all have it. If you're like, when you first start dating, you're dating, I love him, but I just love him. It's me and him forever. And he's like, oh yeah, that's she the one, man, she the one. And you believe that. But one of the two, they sticking it to the other one. And before they tell you or before you find out, you sense something. You have I call it spidey sense. Your spidey sense kick in like, wait a minute, something wrong. Wonder what it is. Something going on. We all have that. So you'll have some people say, oh no, I don't. That's not true. And it's not true. You have it too. If you pay attention to it, that's yours, yes or no. But we all have it. If you go for an interview for a job, you have some kind of idea how the interview went, and if you're going to get that ring-a-ling. You ain't just sitting home for a week by the phone waiting, or just waiting with yourself, just waiting for it to ring, and you felt like you didn't connect with that person in that interview. Y'all went on the same frequency, the same wavelength, you walk out of the door like, I ain't getting a call back from these people, So, people, they play. Oh, I don't know what that is. No, I don't have that. No, yes, you do. You too. You don't listen to it, but you have it. So I know things are going on. And as far as knowing people are the people who may be involved or whatever, all I keep hearing is it's a lot of people. That's all I hear. It's a lot of people. Now, I can listen to people, and if they saying something, if they're lying, I can see right through them. I'm like, wow, she just lying? Why is she lying like that? But for some reason, they just keep going on and on and on, because I've listened to people and just tell the story, and the story to them is just that. It's a story. But what you got to understand is it's not just a story. Whatever it is you're saying and what you're saying is true, and there are people there. You understand what I'm saying? There are people there. Like, what you call a story is my life, parts of my life. It's not a story. So when you tell it and you laugh or you think it's funny, it's not funny. There's nothing funny about this. People act like it is. This is not funny. Not at all. Then you have people who know everything. Know everything that's going on, and nobody says a thing. Why? Let's see. Oh, because it don't touch them. It's not affecting them. They don't feel it. It's not hurting them. And then people say, well, it could be friends that's doing this, or it could be family that's doing this, or think about that. Suppose it's family. Suppose it's your family. How would you feel? How would you feel? Would you say, oh girl, let me tell you what my family did to me. Girl, you gonna laugh? Hell no, you ain't gonna say that. Because to you it's not funny. It's your life. This is an event that's happening in people's lives. And a lot of people sitting back like as if they placing bets. This is not funny. To hear or think somebody's trying to remove your breath. Do you understand what that means? This is not funny. But I see people all the time, and I say that because so many people know about this situation, and nobody opens their mouth. They just sit back and they watch. That makes you no better. No better than the person or people who are involved that's doing it. No better. So you could get in line with them. That makes you no better. Right now, the way I see it, these people are not, you can't even separate them from the animals. You can't separate them from the animals because they're walking on two legs, yeah. But there's no empathy, no compassion. There's no manly, nothing in there. It's like there's nothing inside of them. Walking around, waving and talking and just being, you know what I mean? But feeling nothing. And not thinking to themselves, what if this was me? Or what if this was my child and her family? Or what if this was my nephew or my niece or my, you know what I mean? Don't put themselves in that place, but will be one of the ones walking by grabbing. We are supposed to be better than that. Come on. People getting paid to do things that you know is wrong. You know it's wrong. But you take the money and go, oh, what could I get? Well, I saw them shoes or my little nephew could use for money. You would give breath for money. Really? Who would do without breath? You don't need the money. What gives you the right to make it to pull that way, like you're on a scale and everyone's taking money? Breath, money. Breath, well, her breath or her money. Breath or money. Oh, let's go with money. Because it's not your money and it's not your breath. You sacrifice nothing. Nothing at all. You lose nothing. But you can go next door or cross town or fly to another state and visit a relative or whatever and tell a story. This is not a story. This ain't in no book. This is something being lived every day. And people keeping it hush and quiet and don't nobody say nothing. But if they see you or what, hi, how you doing? Or they tell lies. They make up things. And they don't even know you. They know you because somebody pointed you out. Ain't never said hi. And never noticed you walking by. Didn't know that y'all was neighbors. Girl, you live right behind me. People, I don't understand what's going on with people. What is going on with man where you care about nothing? I mean, we down to the fact, even worse, sure enough, and you can go into the Bible and you can do the Cain, the Abel, you can, but that's true, you can. But if you're thinking that and if you're saying that, to me, that's playing on words because you're trying to remove it from standing in front of you. That's what you do. You throw other stuff in there just to try and change the subject or change the person that's being, the spotlight is on. Everybody is doing that. You just move over, so that there's more space between you and that person. Whatever the situation with that person may need help. That person could be you one day. where you have no one to turn to. Divine. You can turn to divine. But then a lot of you are acting like there is no divine, like there is no God. So who would you turn to? If people just stop talking to you and try to exit you out of the world, basically, don't want you to be heard, claiming that you do not exist. There ain't a family member or a friend you can call to say, hey, you don't get mail. Somebody walking around pretending to be you, and there ain't nobody you can turn to because ain't nobody speaking to you. You go to the authorities, but they'll take your information, but they're not giving it to anyone. They're ripping it up. Now understand, this is not all authority. The point I'm making is if there's certain people that are in those positions or inside that organization and they get what you turned in, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't being heard. So who would you go? What would you do? I want to know the answer to that. Any of you, what would you do? Where would you go? Who would you go to and say, hey, it's me. I'm Susie. It's me. Susie Black. It's me. And the person looking and go, oh, hi, Susie. Or the person looking and go, who? Go. I'm busy. Go on. People you grew up with every day of your life. People you slept under the same roof with. People you looked up to when you was a kid. Who would you go to? What would you do? And you try to be heard, and you're not being heard because they making sure you ain't heard. What would you do? I doubt if I hear somebody respond to that. We need to get it together, people. I mean, this is ridiculous. We sit back day after day after day and speak to one person. Hey, how you doing? 2 days later, that person ain't here no more. Why? Something stupid. Something silly. Something that just don't matter. Oh, most of the time, it's either money, women, drugs, something material. Material. You trade one of your relatives for a house. Somebody you grew up with, like you were your best friend. Y'all started from kindergarten together. For a car? Really? That's what you would do? Oh, wait. Somebody's child for some brand name clothes. Wake up. What is wrong with all of you? You crazy? And you're calling me crazy? And oh my gosh, you go on, I want to be heard. Because I'm not being heard. Someone's making sure that I'm not heard or seen. And people go on and be heard and seen, and all they do is lie. One big lie after another. Just lie and laugh and think it's funny. This is not funny. What you're doing is... This is why the world needs God. This is why people need Jesus. Whether if you believe in Jesus or not, you need him. I've seen so many times people come on and they give their whatever they want to, but they're lying. And I can see right through them. You can look at them and see they're lying. The words that are coming out of their mouth, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. But they got money. Somebody gave them some money. Me, myself, let me tell you this. When we went through the pandemic, every person I saw when finally we could come outside, people say, like the first person I saw, hi, good morning, I gave that woman a hug. I was so damn happy to see another person. I gave her a hug and she was like, oh, she said, yeah, I'm happy to see you too. And she was genuine. She meant it. She was happy to see me. I was happy to see her. I was happy to see everybody that was back out on your way to work, coming home from work, kids outside playing, barbecues, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was so proud of everyone on the planet, because that, to me, it seemed like in the beginning it was kind of rough because no one knew what to expect or what was going to happen or what to do. People came out. This is where they say the first providers or whoever, whatever they call them, the first responders. The first responders of this pandemic, I didn't do it to be one of them, but I did it because I care. I don't ever like to see anyone hurt or needing anything or hungry or just never. I never like to see anyone like that. Ever. It don't matter to me. I don't care who it is. I don't care if they're green, purple. I don't care if they're rainbow. I don't care if they got one finger and 4 toes on one foot, one leg, and their hand is sticking where the ear used to be. I don't care. They need help. They don't even have to be dying help. They need help. They need assistance. Food or water or clothes or shelter or a ride. I don't care. If they need it and I have it, I'm going to do it. Call me whatever you want. I get called stupid and oh, she's weak. Oh, she's gullible. Oh, she's vulnerable. No, I'm not any of those things. I'm human, as is the rest of you are human too, even though a lot of you don't act like it. I would never turn my back or my eyes. I see this person. The woman had no socks on her feet. She had no shoes on her feet. But she had feet. I could see if she didn't have feet, but she had feet. She had no jacket. She had only itty bitty clothes, no shirt with no. Yeah, I gave her my socks. I gave her my shoes. Her feet were bleeding. She was an old, we're supposed to look out for people, and she was an elderly woman. We're supposed to look out for them. They looked out for us. It's a cycle. It's supposed to work that way. But you put in just as much as the person before you. You don't put in less, because then you get what we got now. I cook for holidays. I'm not a big meat eater. For a long time, many years, I didn't eat meat at all. But holidays, I cooked the whole thing. And I made plates, and I go and take them wherever they had to go so that everybody had a holiday meal. I wasn't eating it, but everybody had to have a holiday meal. This person had nowhere to even cook a holiday meal. So we knew he wasn't going to have no holiday meal. So cook it and give it to him. What did it do? Did you bleed to death? No. Did doing that cooking, did it stop you from breathing? No. I don't get it. I do get that man wasn't ready for technology, because that's where most of this crap is coming from. We weren't ready for this. It was supposed to make things better. It's not. Things are worse, because now anybody can sit from wherever the hell they are. Before, you had to go out, plan things to rob people. You don't have to do that now. You can sit right in the living room. Yeah, man, come on over. We're about to rob such and such. There's so many ways to continue on. As one way is blocked from doing harm to others, who, by the way, is doing no harm to you. They just open another door so they can go right up. Well, we robbed him last time. Let's go around. I've seen grandparents, grandmothers, and grandfathers sitting in parking lots, supermarket parking lots, with a cell phone, trying to connect with people that are sitting around that because they're trying to get into their accounts. Talking about that's the way they're paying their bills. What about the person you're taking from? Wake up, people. This ain't just about you. This ain't just about your family. You want to feed your kids? Yeah. But guess what? The person you stole from, they want to feed theirs too. This is ridiculous and crazy. People just, they don't like you. Now, they sit around, they drinking or whatever, they hanging out. And it starts out as a joke. Somebody gave me such and such amount of money. I take that person out. I'll remove that breath. This and that and this. And they laugh. How would you do it? Oh, well, I do this and that. That's about it. I wonder how he would be looking at me. Yeah, I put it up. I paste it up and I put it in a song. Let them know I did it. What would you say? Yeah, I did that. I got that nigga. Yeah. It started as a joke. Is that person laughing? No. That person ain't laughing. Why? Because he has no breath. People get talked into things by not even talking into things. It's ridiculous. Breath is priceless. I know they say this is that time. Things are going the way they're going because everyone, your vibration is so low. I believe this is what I believe. I believe that people in positions have done, it's like now put it like this. The music in like the 60s and the 70s and maybe parts of the 80s, there's a frequency, and it doesn't have to be like a frequency like dog hearing or whatever. It doesn't have to be that. And in other words, you don't have to use that. You got to reach up, make sure that you got to go, in other words, to another planet and connect a wire from here to there to reach this frequency. No. Because it's been here. It's been here since my ancestors, before I was born, and my ancestors and back. It's been here. It's a frequency. And this frequency, it seems to me, it activates something in the person. It activates something, as weird as it may sound to, let's say, maybe even the younger generation right now, because you listen to a few of them and my head is spinning. I'm like, wow. But we weren't raised like that. We weren't raised like that. And I'm not saying negative about the younger generation right now. I'm saying they have instilled, what's instilled in them came from the environment that they were in. You know what I mean? And it could go, well, you go to the persons who were in their environment. If we did that, we'd be going through a cycle. Because it's just that. It's a cycle. Now, who would want us to just go into a cycle? I mean, constantly. Just go, you know what I mean? Someone who would be benefiting from it. You know what I mean? They don't want you out of this. You know, and the worse they can get you, the better for them. So I always wondered, as we went from like the 80s and the 90s and all, to me, music, it changed. You know, and I mean, yeah, the hip hop and the certain types of, you know, it changed. And I don't mean just the fact that the style of it changed. The tone of it changed. I noticed it. I don't know if anyone else did. If I mentioned it to someone else, they just kind of look at me like, you know. But Mark, check it out. Go back now. Even though there's a lot of it, we weren't running around bumping the music in the 60s. Some of us weren't even born. But if you hear the 60s music, even though you weren't there, you know it. You know what I mean? You know the music. You know the words. You don't have it on, you know, you don't play it. You don't get in your car and you play it. You're not sitting home and you play it. Or, I don't know, my mom used to play it on Saturdays and Sundays, like when it's time to clean the house or you doing laundry, you know, she would play it. So my nieces and nephews were little. And because every Saturday and Sunday we had different things that we did, and you know, everybody, you know, look, it's time to do a good cleaning to the house. Make sure all the laundry's done. You know, Monday's coming. You know, I believe most of us had that routine. My nieces and nephews were little, but they knew the music. And if you play any of that music, there is some, when they get into that, no, I don't know none of that. I don't think I ever heard it. I heard some of it, you know, but not really, no. But the main type of music that they listen to and they dance to, you play it, and people in your environment, they may not be getting up saying, "Oh, remember that dance?" No, they're not going to say that because they don't know the dance. They wasn't there, even though my mom was teaching us the dances. She was, my mom was something. You gonna bop? You gonna snap your fingers? You gonna be? It's something on you gonna be moving to what your body's gonna be moving, twitching, whatever. You know what I mean? Because certain tones in the music activated something inside of you. Now, if you go the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, people don't say a lot about the 80s. They be like, oh, the 80s was just, yeah, the 80s may have been just, but it's a lot of music that was like kicking ass. The music, you know, it wasn't a whole lot going on like some of the others, you know, but the music, you couldn't hear something, even if you didn't like it. You couldn't hear something without, you know, you hear it come and go, oh, I really don't care for that song. And no matter what you're doing, a few seconds later, you know what I mean? No matter what it is. This is why they do what they do on the radio. They'll play something, and most people will say, oh, I don't like that. But you'll hear it so much. 3-4 months later, you hear it, you're like, hey, knowing damn well you don't like that song. And you'll say it to yourself, you're like, I don't even like this song. But you've heard it so much, you know, and they'll put a tone, a certain type of tone in the music, in the mix of whatever they're, you know, and it's not a tone that'll stand out to where you'll be like, oh, that's that tone right there. But your body, something in you, it catches it. And your disposition, your demeanor, your personality, as far as, or your mood, it starts to change. because of this tone. And when we got to the 90s, maybe a little bit towards the middle of the 90s, it was different. That tone was lighter. It over a period of time, it just went lighter and lighter and lighter, to whereas now, it's not there at all. I don't know if anybody, you want to call me crazy about this. Don't call me crazy about people stealing and shit, because I'm not crazy. I know please. Call me crazy about this if you want to call me crazy. The tone is gone. It's not there at all. It just kind of then got lighter and lighter and lighter. That you have some songs and you'll hear it. And the next thing you know, you just, next time, you ain't budge at all. That tone is gone. Now, I believe that musicians, people, musicians from back when, like the 50s, the 60s, not even the 50s, the 60s, they knew of this. I feel like they knew of this tone, but it's not like it's this tone right here. No, it was what they felt inside from making, music. And if you watch certain movies or if you go back and do like biographies or whatever on certain musical groups or specific people, like they do James Brown. Look at James Brown. Like, for instance, okay, James Brown. Who else? Barry White. Who else? What is the name of that group? Oh my gosh, who are they? Kool and the Gang. These groups, they had bands. You know what I mean? They had bands. Now, sure enough, somebody will say, well, that's what it was that changed, because they went from bands to where they were DJing with, no, that's not it. No. So, erase that away. Erase, all gone. No. They had bands for a reason. And I feel like, and it just makes sense. They made their music and push. That's why they got that certain part in the middle where, everybody waits to get to this middle part. You know what I mean? Because, that's the middle of the song, and that middle it's gonna hit hard, and then as it's coming to the end of that middle one, it's gonna hit hard, because that's that tone. You can't sit still. If you know the song or not. Now, if anybody think I'm kidding, try it. You cannot. It's a tone, and it does activate something in you. You could listen to the kind of African music. You don't even know that song. You ain't grow up in that area. You don't know nothing, but you gonna move. It's in the tone. It's a tone. And it activates something in you. Now, I feel like industry, they removed it. They removed that tone. It didn't have anything to do with the fact that hip hop came out or rap no. It had nothing to do with what kind of song or the tone has nothing to do with what kind of song or what kind of rap song, whatever. It has nothing to do with that. It's a tone. And you have that tone in rap music too. But it's not there. Not anymore. It's gone. And I feel like watching people and watching this tone, as weird as it sounds to probably everybody, which I don't care, I feel like that has a lot to do with why people are the way they are today compared to the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, compared to that, why they are, why a lot of the young people It's like they have no emotion. You know, they show it when they want to show it. You can play music now, and it could be on the top 10. And you'll have everybody just, ain't nobody, you know what I mean? And I've noticed that from myself. And I'm not that kind of person. I'm a very giddy, upbeat, bouncy type of person. I don't know why, but I am. I can't help it. And I don't try. That's just who I am. But I'm sitting and music is playing, and I'm just, if I'm talking or whatever I'm doing, no. Something's not there that should be there. I mean, I don't care what walk of life you come from. You play one of them old songs, one of them Jackson 5 songs, and one of them, who else? I don't know, the Temptations, and they little kids. They know those songs. They bounce like you go to weddings and parties and barbecues and say somebody throw something on. Them little kids, and they know it. They know the words. It's the tone. It's a tone that's in the music. And it activates things inside of you. And it controls a lot about you. A lot about your character, your personality, the type of person that you are. And I've been researching it, but I don't want to give you half of the research that I've gotten so far. But I'm going to continue researching it. Older people, I mean, if they're on a walker or in a chair, and a wheelchair, and they hear certain, and they can't stay still. I don't know if anyone notices this. I'm sure other people have noticed this. That tone is gone from our way of life. It's nowhere to be found in anything you do anymore. And it's showing. I say it's showing. People used to at least come out, if you remember the times when you would at least spoke to your neighbors. You don't speak to your neighbors anymore. Half of us don't even know who the hell our neighbors are. Or whose child is that? You knew who. That's Brenda's son. She lived 2-3 blocks down that way. She know Brenda such and such. You don't know who that child is. You ain't never seen that child before. That child could be right there playing every day. And you come in and you ain't never seen that child before. But that child's there every day. Guess what? That ain't Brenda's. That child lived right next door to you. But you ain't never seen that child before because something is gone that has a lot to do with our awareness and our emotion and our response to things. And we're all so, people are very quick to get angered. You know how that guy said, how he say, you seem quite angry, brother. Because he went from this high to that. You know what I mean? Now, I know things that have been happening to me, and I know it has a lot to do with people are taking. They're stealing. They're stealing, and people are losing their breath because of it. And people are wishing and praying on other people's downfalls and things like that. You know what I mean? But you doing that, all you're doing is it's coming back around. What's done in the dark comes out in the light. How you treat somebody else is how you'll be treated. What you did this to this person, well, and now you over here, this person will do that to you. What comes around goes around. My thing that I always say is that the world ain't round for nothing. There's a reason why the world is round. It's coming back around. So the more you do and say, and you're not putting yourself in that person's shoes. That's another one. What's that song? Diana Ross song. Is it Diana Ross? Your feet could fit that person's shoes, is what she says. What the world needs now, yeah. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world Now, let me see what's that. No, that's not it, huh? No, not just for some, but for everyone. No, that's not the song. It's your shoes, your feet could fit their shoes. How does that song go? I can't think of it. It's not what the world needs now. It's that's not that. Oh man, see now that's gonna bother me. That's gonna bother me. I'm gonna be like, it's gonna keep. I'm gonna keep on, because it's gonna keep going around in my mind. You know, something about you see a person that you hadn't seen, you know, for a while. You see a friend you haven't seen for a while, and they're not doing too well, and it says something about you know, don't look at them pointing fingers, you know, because your feet. How does it go? Your feet could fit in their shoes. Oh man, this gonna bother me. What was that song? I'll think of it. I think. I hope. Anyway, see, it's it's not gonna leave now. Oh my God. What did he do? Wait a minute. No, is it? Wait, I'm getting it. It's coming. Oh, it'll come. Okay. You know it's gonna bother me. Okay. Your shoe. You can fit. Oh, okay. Anyway, something's missing. You know, that tone. Somebody took that tone, because that tone, and I'm sure it's called something else, but I haven't done enough research. You know, I've always noticed this situation, but I've never researched it to find out, and you know what it, you know, could be. Just like I was saying, like the groups that were, like, what was that one group? Earth, Wind and Fire. They were a huge band. Like in the 80s, they had huge bands, and they played instruments. You know, they played real instruments. You know, everybody didn't have a mic. They had instruments, because certain instruments or tones from certain different instruments made different tones. And I believe that was the musicians, that was their calling, their purpose on the planet. And they were given what they needed to bring things together to where that tone was there. And they felt it all the time, which is why they brought out the music that they did. I don't care if it's slow, if it's medium music, if you know, a semi-fast or slow, if it's fast music, if it's line music. I mean, think about it. Okay, I got this. This will seal it for you. When you hear that song, you can't see it. It's electric, right? Come on now. Everybody be like, oh, even though you sick the hell to death of the electric slide, right? But you hear the song and you, oh my God. And before you know it, not a minute goes by. There's two people on the floor. They electric slide. Two people on the floor. Just like with R. Kelly, that you know what I mean? You hear it and you sick to death of that, but you talk and you turn back around, that two people on the floor. That's all you need, is them first two people. Before you know it, the floor is crowded because of the tone. I mean, I know with that song, everybody can see it. You got to see it, and with that song, you got to see it. Because, I mean, you can't get no better example than that, right? You can't get no better example than that. Yeah. I mean, I don't care what walk of life you come from. You are going to see it. And majority of the time, people that were sitting and they see 2-3 people up there, that the floor is going to be crowded. It's going to be people up there, you know, electric. You you know, you're going to be talking, and before you know it, you're going to be like, well, you know, somebody be like, well, hold on. And now you're not talking to nobody no more. That person you turn around, look, they on the floor. It's not. Before you know it, you up there too. It's a tone. And it brings out the best in you. You know what I mean? And it makes you feel nothing but good. Because that's what music does. Even if it's a sad song, it makes you feel sad, but in a good way, if you know what I mean. You know, you had your heart broken and you got over it, but you hear it, that's, oh, me and him used to do, oh, he loved that song. Girl, he loved that song. And that in the beginning, you, oh my God, he loved that song. That was our song. You know, then a little bit later, well, yeah, he loved it. Yeah, he loved that song. Oh my God, I gotta go home. A little while later, yeah, he loved that song, girl. Yeah, he did. Then the next time you hear, girl, that's the shit. He loved that song. Yeah, girl, yes. Woo! You know what I mean? Sad, but a good sad. You know what I'm saying? That tone is gone. And it's reflecting in the people, in us. It's reflecting in us. And I see it all over the place. Everywhere I go, I see it. And I know other people have to see it. You know? Other people have to see it. They removed it. And I'm not... Because it's a tone... And the fact that they don't use bands anymore, you know, but bands aren't the only way you could get that tone. I mean, with whatever, it's what, because they approve what can go out and disapprove what can go out. Think about a song that you hear right now, whereas no matter what, everybody know that song. And they gonna get the last songs that we had that was like that, and it was in the 2000s, and he ain't making music like that no more. You know what I mean? He done got a whole nother tone. You know, because the people that be, they don't want that, because it gives you confidence, it gives you stamina, it gives you, you know, you stand up. You put your back straight. You put your head up. You looking right in front. You talking to somebody, you know, how they say, oh mano, you know, eye to eye. Or that, it means man to man. But, you know, you looking straight in their eyes. They don't want that. I was listening to someone, was it yesterday or the day before, and she was talking about something similar. And she was saying because their job is to watch us, to look down and watch what we're doing while we work, and our job is to help them stay rich. They don't want something that's going to uplift the people, you know. So I mean, and music, that was one thing that definitely, I mean, they look, let's just say last week from Monday to Friday, everybody going to work. Now somebody lost their job, somebody wife left them, somebody husband left them. Somebody's husband had a child outside of the marriage. Somebody's kid ran away. Somebody's son got, somebody's kid got locked up. Now this happened all in those 5 work days. Okay, those 5 days that this happened, one thing after another, went on train, somebody mugged somebody. You know, with such and such, their grandmother passed on. You know, 5 days, and in one block, that was it. I mean, one block, 5 days, all these things. Now, it's Saturday, and I mean, black people, yeah, and not just because of black people, because Mexicans and Hispanic, whatever, they put that music on. Cubans, like Desi Arnaz. Think about his music. I'm not Cuban, but I look. My horse and carriage is for hire, senora, for just as long as you desire, senorita. We're gonna ride. You know, you kidding me? His song was like, you know, I'm your Cuban cabbie. Oh man, it's the tone. It don't make a difference what walk of life you come from. It's there. We need to do this. This is what we need to do. We need to get happy. We need to hear the tone. Like, I think the tone was in that whistle that they used to have when people would go to work. You know, you hear it, oh, it's time, work is starting. And then, now it's lunchtime, you know, it's lunchtime. Now, that, when you get off work, that was a different tone. Everybody smiled. You know what I mean? Leave. I'll finish that tomorrow. Oh, look, it's the weekend. You know? It's in the tone. And we need to do something about it. Because I feel like this, kids aren't growing up happy. So if they're being born, my grandson, he just had a little girl, and she is the meanest. Mean. What is she? She's 3 months now. My daughter told me I haven't seen her yet. She is so mean. She just look at you with attitude. She probably came out with attitude like, yeah, okay, I'm here now. Get off me. Go on. I want my privacy. You know, and if you look at her face, that's probably what you get. They're being born mean. Born mean. So, I mean, I can't imagine what her cry must sound like. As mean as she is. She's 3 months and she mean. You go over and say, oh, hey, how you doing? She gonna ball up her fist and punch you right in the face. She's mean. 3 months. How the hell are you? What are you angry about at 3 months? You ain't seen anybody done nothing to you. You know, if you bet, what you think, your mama gonna dry up? No more. They got milk. You can. What are you angry for? You're 3 months old. I wish you could answer. I'd like to know. 3 months old. Pissed off already. So when they see somebody like me, the younger generation, they probably think I'm just, oh, that silly woman. No, I'm not silly. I'm not silly. I'm happy inside. And you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be happy inside. You're supposed to feel those things. You know what I mean? You're not. Your life's not supposed to be just. I can't think of that song. That song didn't. Oh, I can't. That song's still in my head. I can't think. I gotta get rid of that for a minute. The songs that I recall from 2022 and 21, like over the past 3-4 years, is oh man, what is that? What y'all want to do? 24 karat. You know that song. I can't think of his name. Let's see. How'd that go? Something. Bad bitches and the ugly friends or something. I can't think of what the hell it is. Let's see. Can I read first? No, I can't remember. It's just not hitting because that one song about the shoes and the feet won't leave my head. Now I got that in my head too. Okay. Anyway, that 24 karat gold song. There was a tone when that song came out. I fell asleep with the TV on, and when it first came out, they used to play it on this. I can't think of the channel, But they would always play it around the same time every morning, like about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I fell asleep with the TV on, and when it came on, my eyes would just pop right open. It made me think about when I was in school, and I was in middle school, and my mom, she used to get me up for school by playing music. You know, she did. She used to get me up by playing music. She would play whatever song I was tripping on, you know, for that week or that month. She would play it and turn it real loud, and I would just pop up and that song, that slide song. Oh my God, she would play that, and I would just pop up and slide my way to the bathroom and slide my way in the shower and slide my way out the door. But it was the tone, you know what I mean? And that's what we need. I really feel that we need that, because we're gone. We're way over. I mean, we've crossed boundaries that there's no way in the world it should have even got to where it did, to where we crossed it. Not even. You know, the respect or lack thereof is off the chain. It's people have no respect for each other. There's no loyalty. There's no trust. There's no. You sit right there with a person and you have a long conversation. Oh, this between me and you. Oh, sure, okay, girl. You hug them. Well, you take care. I'll see you later on. See you next week. You know, soon as you turn your back and walk out the door, that person on the phone, telling your business from here to whatever state that they phone will let them reach. Where's our integrity? We don't have any. No integrity. And if you don't believe in divine or in God, so you don't believe in God. I believe in divine. So what? It's my belief. If I feel that divine is whatever it is guiding me, giving me guidance, that's positive guidance throughout the world, you know what I mean? Through these times that we go through, the good, the bad, and something is guiding me and it's a positive thing, why would you be against that? And why would you make fun of that? Your belief on whatever's guiding you through, is it guiding you to positive, or is it guiding you the other direction? But you got to know this. A lot of people believe in the devil. And you can't have one without the other. So if you believe in the devil, you got to know there's something on the other side, because everything is balanced. That's what it is. It's balanced. It has to be balanced. You got yin and yang. You got black and white. You got up and down. You got red and green. You got in and out. You got upside down. Right? You know what I'm saying? You got right and left. You got, I mean, I can probably go on and on and on. Balance. You can't have one without the other. You can't have one without the other. So for everyone, you believe in the devil, you best believe if someone's believing in divine, divine is there too. Because you can't have one without the other. What would it be like if you had one without the other? All one big, everybody believing in everybody don't believe. No. It blows my mind that people, and even like when I was growing up, people didn't, I don't know, I guess they did believe, in the devil. I never did much talking about the devil. And we went to church, and I have nothing against church, but church, religion, it when I was old enough and I was trying to find a church home, it just, godly spirit, vibes and spirit was not in these church homes. And I mean, what guides you is the way you feel. If I'm in there and I'm, they're all sitting around, they didn't like they was feeling anything. I know I wasn't feeling anything, the way I was feeling, it wasn't a good feeling. So why would I want to get up every morning or on Sunday morning and go there to feel bad? And the people didn't seem, they were comfortable for what, the house that they built for themselves. Okay, I'm not downing you because this is the house that Jack built for you. Okay. It just didn't feel, it wasn't a good house for me. To me, spirit wasn't there. I didn't feel, and we all have this, even though you have a lot of people that say they don't. That's not true. That's not true. It's there, unless it's because they made deals or they got rid of theirs. They gave, you give me this car, and I'll give you my spirit, my feeling of spirit, which is your soul, by the way. Okay, now car is rusted, busted, and can't be fixed, and your feeling of spirit is gone. You can't have it back. I don't see anything in that that's fair. Except the person, if you go back to, well, can I have back my feeling? And I'll give you back the keys to your car because the car is rusted, busted, disgusted, and can't be fixed. Whoever you did that deal with, they know. No, you can't have, you better go get them towed, have them towed that disgusted can't be fixed, because it's in your name, and every time something go by and they put a ticket on it, it's going to be in your name, so don't, no. You better find some way to move that. Because, boy, you know it, you have a lot of tickets. But they ain't giving it back. What you made a deal for is priceless. Priceless. You can't live a good, fulfilled life without it. Even though there are people on the planet who are trying. But I say they're failing because the more that they don't get what they need inside is the more harm they do to others. Which is how I see it. They're doing harm to others because of what they lack inside of themselves. But they made the deal. Somebody, who was that person that, and I don't think they did it on purpose. That commercial, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Could you imagine hey, what would you do for a Klondike bar? You give me your spirit, your feeling of spirit, and I'll give you a Klondike bar. Now, how much you want to bet somebody got tricked out of they feeling the spirit like that? Because a lot of times people don't realize that's what they're doing, but words are powerful. Words are very powerful. And the people that do things to people and sit back and just watch and wait and see what happens, they know words are powerful. They know. They want, it's like misery loves company. They got caught up, gave away, I'm going to say gave, because there is nothing that could be given to you in return for your feeling of spirit. It's priceless. You can do without a lot of things. You could do without a damn Klondike bar. You could do without shoes. You could do without a house. You could do without food for a certain amount of time. Without all of those things, but you have feeling of spirit, things are going to be different. They're going to look different. You're going to feel different. You're going to be motivated to go, and when you come back, you got all those things that you didn't have before you left, but you still got feeling of spirit. That's part of you. That's what makes you get up and if you see your baby on the stage and they doing their thing, that's what makes you stand up and clap. Yeah, oh, go ahead. That's you. But so many people have made deals and what is wrong with you? I can't even imagine. You have nothing inside. A lot of people did it by accident. But they know it now that they did it by accident, so they hurt other people. They harm other people. They do things to people because they don't have it in here. It's not there. That separates you from that's what makes you an individual. Because I believe each feeling of spirit for each individual person is different. Different. Because we're all different. We're all individuals. We're all different people. So the result may look the same when you're somewhere and you're feeling spirit. You know, yeah, and then the person next to you is, yay! You know what I mean? Blending and you know what I mean? Just, you feel it, you know, they feel it. If you look around and you see the little orbs, and that's all feelings of spirit. Blending, everybody just, and then that's where you get those standing ovations from. Think about it. That's where you get the standing ovations. And somebody, and of course, everybody's not as hyped up as that person. But then the person, it's like a domino effect. Because we are all connected. Everything that's living on this planet is connected. So, the person down there in row 14 or whatever, and you up in, say, row 52, it's going to reach you. So they're down, yay! Before you know it, you standing up, woo, 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 woo. There are very few times, because I think that times where the needs of the one outweigh the needs of the many, that is a very dramatic and drastic time. When the needs of the one outweigh the needs of the many. And I know drastic times like that because I have been through those type of times. And even though the needs were, that's not what happened. You know? Then if a situation is happening, instead of a person coming to say, wow, all them people, that one person, and there's something done about it, they bump into whoever and they have a conversation and they just add themselves to the list. So I know we all have a purpose, and I look at it like this must be part of my purpose. You know, I was made, when I was made strong. I figured this must be a part of my purpose. It's not a good thing. I mean, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good to have all, you know, because I've been through a lot of things in my life. I've experienced so many different things that, you know, a lot of people maybe read about or saw on TV or something. You know what I mean? I've been through major things. And I think about it, and I put it to where it has to be a part of my purpose. Because we all have a purpose. That has to be a part of my purpose for me to be able to understand and relate to people that have very dramatic things happen to them, and that they have to get through. And whereas most of the people didn't get through those things, some did, and they need to understand that you can get through it. It's not always a good feeling. You know, I'm empathic, and I'm a very sensitive person. I could ride, I could be driving on the highway, and every person that I'm riding by, you know, that's out there on the highway with me, I will switch and change 20 times. But I'm picking up the emotions, the feelings from others as I'm riding by. And we're riding. and say just ahead of us, people, and there's somebody, and songs will pop into my head, and emotion will, whatever emotion that is, will fill my body, and my heart will start, pumping, and it could be anything. I can go from anger to feeling honored to emotional distress, or to emotion where I just gotta have him. I'm just so, oh my God, just I can go through 10 different emotional, just writing. I'm talking like, oh yeah, let's see, yeah, oh, we're gonna come up, we're gonna go by, we're gonna go and do this, we're gonna go shopping, girl. Yes, I can't wait to go shopping. And then the person answered back, and then next thing come out of my office, yeah, but girl, let me tell you, and he got on my damn nerves. Girl, I was so glad when he took his, get the hell out, get out. I was so happy when he went out. Yeah, but then we just, and it was just, you know what I'm saying? I can do this all the way down the highway. And then before you know it, I'm riding past, and I just started laughing. I said, oh, you want to hear a joke? Well, this man was, and then I turned right around and singing as all right with me. You know what I mean? This is empathic. And trust me, it's not easy. You look crazy as hell. But I absorb people's energy, negative energy. I mean, wherever. Negative, good, but it's like I recycle it and it goes back where it came from. I'm not using the right kind of words, but you understand what I mean. I will feel everybody. I mean, it's crazy. You seem crazy. You know what I mean? You seem crazy. Or then after all that, then you sitting there and you just want to cry. You ain't watching TV. You in the car. You riding. You riding in the car. You ain't watching no TV. You ain't seeing no movie. But you just start crying. What I do, I look around me because I'm pulling, someone's energy is coming towards me like magnets. It feels like magnets, like they come to me. And it's like it's weird because I can feel it like it's cycling like this. And then it's like, pew, like it feels just like that, like it leaves. And you feel that, like your stomach feels it. So I put my own words to it on what it could possibly be because, I feel like it's like it's cleaning itself, and then it goes, I guess, back where it came from. But it's weird. It's the weirdest thing because I will do that, and for a long time I didn't know that I was empathic. I did not know, and I didn't understand why I was. Why am I like that? And you have to really understand and know yourself, so that you know where you end. And where the other person, the energy is coming from, where they begin. Because it'll all blend in, together. And you won't know where you are. And it's full-blown, full-fledged, emotion, whether it's good or bad. So if you get certain emotion, and this is a good emotion, so you're laughing and giggling and, all that, and 2 seconds later, you're like, but I told him don't do that. I told him to leave me alone. You know what I mean? It's weird. It is. It's weird, but it's like you recycle and it pops right out. You know what I mean? But you got to know your own self, to know your own emotion, so that you can separate it from. And it took me a long time to get to understand what that was. I started reading You know, it took you a long time to find out what this was. Like, why? Am I really crazy? No. It's part of your purpose, because we all have a purpose. I hope everyone does believe that they have a purpose on the planet, because we do. We have a purpose. And your purpose connects to another purpose, and on and on and on and on. And right now, this is not the needs of the one, this is the needs of the many. Because I don't know about you people, but the world is it ain't so happy. You know, a lot of people are suffering, and a lot of people are using their hand to make, I mean, it's their hand, their touch, that other people are suffering because of it. Even though that is something that's been a ongoing in different, you know, cultures and countries and different, you know what I mean? Like they talk about the war, God, why can't I think? Russia and, you know what I'm talking about. It keeps, that song is still in my head. I look at that like as if that was planned. Because that little country wasn't bothering nobody. And they didn't have anything to defend themselves. Why would you do that? Now you see, someone is not far. Someone's close to where I am. If they're having that kind of discussion, or they may not be, but that's how they're feeling. You know, someone, and I did hear someone walk by, so yeah. But you have to, it's crazy, because to get it so that you don't look like a lunatic, whatever comes out of your mouth, you want it to correspond with what you just said. You know what I mean? To go from, oh, well, you know, let's go make some ice cream. Yeah, we cutting up fish and cooking fish. I mean, you switch from so many different things that are just nothing to do with each other. You could appear to sound crazy. But no, I am not crazy. Well, I'm crazy in a good way. I mean, if you weren't crazy at all, that'd be pretty boring. So I'm crazy in a good way. And I don't mind being crazy in a good way. I'm not crazy the way those people trying to say I'm crazy, because they're trying to get guardianship of me. What the hell? I'm not your child. You kidding me? Get the heck out of here. People will do things, anything, which I'm seeing that now, the depths to what man will go, so that he can feed his ego and he is not exposed. Because to me, this whole thing is about ego. This is about someone who put themselves in a position that wasn't their position in the first place, but they were getting looked upon by others in a certain way. You know, like, oh yeah, that person, he worked hard. No, he didn't. He did not work hard. I mean, I'm sure he did work hard, but he didn't work hard for that, because it don't belong to him. And then you get others they're part of his world. So they're used to living, you know, like they're living because of something that they did. They took something that belonged to somebody else. And now they don't want to give it back, because they don't want people to see that that's really not the way they're living. Living is not ego, and that's what that is. They're more worried about what the people around them are going to say or are going to see, because they're not living the way they've been living all this time. They've been living that way because they stole something that didn't belong to them. But they don't want to be held accountable, because then people around them will know what they did. So they're doing anything so that people don't have to see that that's what they did. They don't want to be looked upon like that, even though that's obviously who you are. If that's not who you are, you wouldn't have done that. When my mail came, you would have gave it to me, but you didn't. You kept it. You've done all these things. You've changed names. I mean, look at the things, the distance you went to. And now the things you're going through now. You're not getting guardianship of me. Are you out of your mind? I know that sounds crazy, y'all, but they're trying to get guardianship over me, saying I'm incompetent and I need someone to take care of me. But they're saying that because they want to control my money. Because they don't want the people around them and all the things they've said and done to know what they've done. All the way to the fact of them trying to silence me. They'd rather do something like that there's no coming back from than to be held accountable for what they did, for what they're doing. You know? That's why I say we need to drop some of the burden. Because, I mean, a lot of the burden that we carry isn't ours in the first place. But people are so used to feeling like that. You know? So I don't know. I'm empathic and I pick up people's energy. But that may be part of my purpose, but I'm not insane. You know, I know who I am. I'm not going to keep the energy of Bobby Joe from down the block walking around chewing tobacco and spitting. I know who I am. I know that's part of my purpose. So, wrench all you want and go back wherever. It sounds weird, but this is what it is. And I don't feel odd or strange or you know, I mean, we're all different. We're all put together differently. And I don't know who you think put us all together differently on how you got here. Or some people say, well, my mother, well, how she got here, and so on and so on. But we all have a purpose on this planet, and we all need to get busy. My goodness, I've been on all this time. And I guess I am live, because I do see some people. Hello. Alonzo Sam. Hello, Sam. Are you watching? Can you hear me? Hello? Well, tell your dad I said hi. In Johnson, Evansville. That's somewhere. Oh, okay. I got it. These are how they call it, karmics. Hello, so these are people that know me or maybe that, but I don't know them or they're family members. I didn't think I'd ever be able to say that, but anyway, I didn't mean to be on so long, but I did want to get on and have myself heard. And I am going to make sure that this goes out to more people. I'm not sure exactly why they're on here. If they have some kind of way to erase what I've just done. If that's why they're here. Or if they were just visiting. I wouldn't assume so because they're not responding, so I doubt if they're here visiting. Trying to silence me. Now, you, Sam Alonzo, your father is my cousin. But I think you know that. I hope so. You should know that. Your father is my cousin. And Johnson, Evansville, yeah. Oh my goodness. I seen you before. And I kind of felt, you know, because I noticed you, like, well, I mean, it don't seem like a person as far as a real person, because that says Johnson Evansville. I don't even know. Well, unless Johnson is your name and you're from Evansville. I don't know. It just don't look like that. Anyway, go and tell your people it's the tone. We need to use the tone because we need to raise the vibration, people. We got to bring it up because on low vibration, man does some dirty things. Dirty, harmful, ugly things to others. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't. If you don't want these things to happen to a relative of yours or a daughter or a son or what, don't do them to others. The world is round for a reason. That's what I always, the world is round for a reason because it's coming back. People have passed away because of all this crap going on. I don't know how many people know that, but they have. So let's clean it up, get things back together, and start vibing high. If you got to put on the electric song, put it on, but raise the vibration because a lot of people are getting hurt. Not just mentally and emotionally, physically. A lot of people are getting hurt. There's no price for your soul. There's no price for life. There is no price on life. So, thank you for those who chimed in. I appreciate it. My name is Dee Dee. Oh, I say, it's me, your girl, Dee. And I didn't mean to talk so long, but I'm glad I did because I feel good. I'm glad I got it out. I'm going to check and make sure that this, goes, that it gets out. So, okay. To everyone, it was nice. I'm going to come back again, probably not till later on this evening, but I wanted to do I want to do a reading. I want to do a reading on the moon. I want to use my where they at? My oracle moons, because that's going to break it down. Those will break it down very, very to very specific situations and people. It'll break it down, really good. So I'm going to do that. Do the on the moon. So thank you all. Let's see. What was that song? I could sing that Mr. Rogers song. It's so nice we had this time together. I have a song that I'm using for my introduction when I come on. It's not Be My Neighbor because that belongs to somebody. But it's and that other one I couldn't use Welcome to My Hood because that's a song. But I have a song and I have to finish the one for when I'm leaving. Just to have a laugh or sing a tune, say something to just say, see you later. Okay, guys, thank you for coming. If you want any information, anything about me, I'll put it down below. I'll link it down below. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about, I'll put that down below also, so you can hit me up and whatever it is you need to ask or, you're wondering about, you can get your answers like that. Thank you again, and I am thankful to everyone who pops in to check out, my videos, and I am grateful, and I'm thankful to all of you. So be good, be safe, treat people, be good to people, and people will be, and hopefully people will be good to you, because we got to raise it, y'all. We got to raise it up. How they go? Go up, and they stay there, and we got to do that. You know what I'm saying? So let's try to do that. All right. Talk to you later. Tell whoever knows me. Tell the people that you know. Peace.